Why would I make a radio which is possibly inferior to some others on the market my daily driver? That's what we're going to find out about Flysky's new PA01. G'day, Stu from UAVfutures here, and something has to be pretty special to make it your daily driver. I've had hundreds of radios to test in the past, and this right here, the PA01, I can't believe it's from Flysky, like finally back in the market, and yeah, I'm very, very excited, and I'm going to tell you exactly why. This is coming with me everywhere. I'm going to be flying this, even though, and I'm saying this for most people, there is better radios out there. I know it's a pretty wild take, but let me tell you what is special about this. My daily driver, the one that comes with me everywhere, I just throw it in my backpack, is the Radio Master Pocket. This little radio here, $65. I cannot recommend this enough. And the PA01, for a reference, it's like $170 to $190. I'll put some different links depending on where you're going to get it from and all that sort of stuff. It is such a more expensive radio, and it has some very stiff competition when you put it up against fantastic radios like the TX15, like the Pro versions, everything like that. Now in this video, we're going to break it down. I'm going to talk about the #1 feature which makes this an absolute killer deal for me. Now as a bonus, I asked Flysky, can we give one of these away to you viewers? And they said, sure, if this radio gets 10,000 views. So the best way to do that is simply put a comment on this video or like or subscribe, some way to help boost that engagement on YouTube. This video will get out to more people, and then like we've got this awesome another one of these to give away to you guys. So help me out, help you guys out there as well. So we just have to get over 10,000 views and we should be sorted. So leave a comment, it really does help. As a bit of an overview, you can see it is this gamepad style. It does have some beautiful LEDs in here. We mentioned the price between like 170 to 200 US dollars. We'll go around the outside. I'm going to talk about the antenna first because it's a pretty cool feature. It does slide out to let you orientate it. It's not going to get snapped off when it's in your bag. I really, really like that. We've got a couple of 3-position switches on the top right here, a latching switch and a temporary switch. You have your enter and scroll button. The actual interface going through Edge TX and everything like that, and the internals of this radio is a little bit different. The button setup did take me a little while to get used to. Flipping it over, you can see a couple of little extra buttons right here on the back, as well as some of these little programmable buttons towards the front. It does have a unique feature on the bottom right here, which is these 3 little charging prongs, and that is because you can buy an external base where you simply put this on and charge it. I've just been charging it by USB. If I'm honest, I think for the price, that charging base should probably come with the radio. I'm a very lazy person, so I do really like the idea of just having a charging base that's going to take care of it. Maybe like those people who like the wireless charging of their phones, where a lot of people just simply plug it in by USB. Do with that information as you will. Now, this is a very important part to talk about. Right here, these gimbals, they do not feel in all my flights particularly special. I'm going to put some pictures on the screen. These just feel like everyday standard run-of-the-mill gimbals. You are much better suited if you're after precision flying to get something like the Radio Master TX15 Pro or like some of the AG01 gimbals, AG02 gimbals. They are, in my opinion, a better made gimbal. This isn't doing anything special, which is kind of wild for that price point as well. So why am I switching over to it? And the answer, and you'll see this in the flying, it is just ergonomics. Like, we do have a faster processor in here, we've got a color screen. None of that matters as much to me as how does the radio actually feel in your hands when you are flying it. And this is the most comfortable radio I have ever flown. As a thumbing pilot, it just fits so naturally in my hand that I am willing to give up touchscreens. This doesn't have it. I am willing to give up amazing gimbals or larger full-size gimbals because this just feels so good. This is exactly what I want in a radio. My biggest complaint, however, is, look, this is a personal one for me. I wish that I could have a latching switch on this side instead of a temporary switch. But look, that's just, I'm one of the strange people who likes their arm switch on the right. Now, I will put some pictures on the screen. In terms of gimbal adjustments and everything, I had a little bit of difficulty. I found it very, very finicky. When you take, let me just turn this off here. When you take the back off this radio, one feature I did like, it is completely separate. So you don't have any wires or anything like that. There is like a connection or a bunch of prongs that sort of press together, some pins going into some pads that makes it very, very easy. You don't have to worry if you're taking the back off this radio that you're going to break or rip a wire out or anything. They're completely detachable. I really do like that, and it is taking some 18650s. Now you have some little options in the back of this little sleeve here too, where you can put your gimbal ends in. They simply screw in right here. To be honest, like I mentioned, I'm lazy. I don't care for that. I'm just gonna leave that screwed in there all the time. I'm not the sort of person that is going to be unwinding my gimbal sticks. I did not get a case as well. I just got hang on. I literally just got like this plastic shell that it came in. So your mileage may vary. I've had mine for a little while as well, so maybe there is some differences. Check the website. But with all that said and done, let's go fly it. But I just wanna stress, if you just value a really comfy radio that you can just throw in your bag with very little worry of something breaking, it's rocking HDX, and it's got a nice bright screen, I am in heaven. So let's go do it. Let's fly this thing around and then come back to the studio and talk about why, for most pilots, there's some things we do need to cover as well. And all right, now some of the specifics as well. It's not the most high-powered radio. It only goes up to 500 watts, which, to be honest, on ELRS is more than enough, more than most pilots are ever going to need. And the weight of the thing, I have to say, it feels just like a solid radio. That's what I really like about it. In the hands, not only is it extremely ergonomic, it feels robust and it's made with some it just feels great. Everything about this feels good. So let's do it. Let's go for a bit of a flight right now. Now I'm going to hold this up here so I can also fly and talk. We're not going to focus too much on my flying. It's just the ergonomics of this thing. I know some people are going to want to fly around with a neck strap and all those sorts of things, but for me, I never use a neck strap anyway. This radio, the gimbals, yeah, they do feel a little bit small. They're not going to feel like those big AGO ones or anything like that, or even some of the full-size standard plastic gimbals. But it's all about this in the hands, and it feels fantastic. Now, I don't expect to have any fail-safes. I haven't had any fail-safes. Man, this is such a stable little cine quad that I've got right here. And I can only say too much because we've gone through all the features and everything, but yeah, like I keep mentioning, for me, just the ergonomics in the hand, what it actually feels like. The screen I can see when I'm out here, even though it's a very, very bright day. It doesn't bother me that it's not a touch screen. And yeah, pretty short flight actually, because for me, it's doing everything that I want it to. Now I do need to mention that racers, this is not for you. You're gonna want better gimbals for that. The actual travel of the sticks is going to limit what you can do. Freestyle pilots might even find it a bit iffy. For me, it's just all about those casual fun flies, and probably the antenna's not going to break, it's not going to snap off. I do really like that. It's even better than the folding solutions we've seen on some of the Radio Master ones, being able to take this out and adjust it and then just slide it back in. I really like it. So yeah, there's not too much I can say in this flight experience besides it feels good. So I'm going to bring this in, and then I do have a bit of an announcement to talk about at the end of this as well. So let's bring this in for a landing. Now I have to say, there's probably affiliate links in this video. However, most people, this radio is not going to be for them. And remember my saying of, it's not about having the best gear, it's about having the best time. If your radio is already doing everything that you want, you do not need to upgrade. I am in a fantastic position of, I have every single radio basically in FPV. It's a big fly. I can fly whatever I like. The reason that I'm choosing this, yes, I know that it doesn't have a touch screen. Yes, I know that it doesn't have fancy gimbals. It is purely because for me, I love the feel of this radio. I can simply throw it in my bag. It is doing everything that I need it to do for my flying, except for maybe having a little latching switch on the right. Other than that, it is basically perfect. However, if you're the sort of person that really wants some high precision gimbals, you want a bigger touchscreen, there's other radios out there that honestly you are going to be better suited for. And for the price of 170 to 200 US dollars, it's a hard sell, and I understand that. So value for money wise, I don't think this is doing it. But with all that aside, for me, you cannot beat an incredibly comfortable radio that just feels so ergonomically natural. So anyway, I'd love to know what you guys think. Hopefully you put a comment, because remember, if we do get over 10,000 views, Flysky said they've got another one to give away. And as always, happy flying. Go watch this video as well. I do a bit of a radio breakdown. Put this one at the top for me, but remember, it's probably not for everybody. All right, happy flying. But with everything aside, and I'm gonna get that fly. But it also goes up to 500 watts, and the big one as well, 500 watts, man, that's like a microwave.